Folks breathing a little easier this morning. The National Weather Service now downgrading the tsunami warning that lasted all night. That tsunami triggered by a powerful 8.8 magnitude earthquake in Far East Russia, one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded.
Take a look at some video. This is from Hawaii yesterday. You can see the traffic jam there. People having to leave their homes and businesses after reported waves of nearly 6 feet and warnings that they could get larger over the next several hours. Now, we talked to a Charlotte family in Hawaii. They described the moments the tsunami sirens went off.
Everyone is on the road right now. We're just trying to get back to our hotel. We're on like the 11th floor, so we should be good. The waves don't seem like they're going to be too powerful, but we really have no idea. But the roads are really crazy right now. Everyone's on the roads. So in the past like 20 minutes, we moved 0.4 miles. It is, let me see, can I flip the camera on a zoom? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Yeah. It is backed up. It is like the traffic is really crazy here.
Tell us about when you found out about this alert and what was going through your mind when you realized you're here on vacation, but something serious is potentially going to happen.
So we were on the north shore of Oahu, like literally at the beach, and then we all got the iPhone alarms, like they sounded the noise and everything, and we just got in the car and it said tsunami warning. And then we looked at the news, we saw it was going to be here by 7. So we just decided let's go back to our hotel and get up to like some safe high ground.
But have you gotten any official guidance, such as, contact from your hotel itself or emergency officials out there saying maybe you need to go somewhere else?
I don't know about any like direct contact from the hotel, but we have heard emergency sirens going off. I think they said they're going to play sirens every hour. So 4:10, they played a siren like outside the window. I could hear it super loudly. And then they'll play one at 5:10, 6:10, and then 7:10 is when they expect the tsunami waves to hit. So they'll keep it going every hour to just continue to warn the citizens.
By the way, we should say, even as we speak right now, some of these waves hitting the western part of the U.S., including California. 16 minutes ago, NBC News reporting that a 3.5-foot wave hit Crescent City, recorded as the biggest wave ever there. Still no reports of any serious damage yet or injuries, but to give you an idea, this is very much still an ongoing thing.
And I know you've been getting some more research about tsunamis because, of course, this was very unexpected, especially being on vacation in Hawaii, and then you get the alert on your phone, tsunami warning.
Well, the good news is since it was so far away, you have plenty of warning time for those that are on Hawaii. So, for example, a typical tsunami moves at 500 miles per hour. So that's why they had a general track that is about a 3,000-mile travel for it to get to Hawaii from the epicenter. So that was the ample warning that they had. And yeah, the peak that I saw was about 4 feet, and I didn't see the actual data as a potential wave up to 7 feet in Hawaii, but I can confirm one up to 4 feet there. So it could have been a lot worse, but the worst part about this is sometimes you can have aftershocks that are just as big. So the big one that happened at 7:24 p.m. was that 8.8 magnitude earthquake, but I want to show you everything that's happened over the last 24 hours. These are all the earthquakes in the area that are over a 4.5 in magnitude. So that's staggering. So that's why you always have to remember it's oftentimes not just one, it's multiple that happen with this. And if we had a 4 magnitude earthquake or 4.5, well, that would be one of the strongest that we've had here in the Carolinas in years. The one that happened back in 2020 in Sparta, North Carolina, that was about a 4.1, 4.2. And you're seeing these pretty much every hour or half hour right around this section in this Russian peninsula here. And this is also historic too. We're not just talking about Russian history or Pacific history. I'm talking about world history. The largest earthquakes of all time, this actually ties for the 6th spot, tying the one that happened in 2010 in Chile. And then the worst one, a magnitude of 9.5, happened in 1960 in Chile as well. And I've also seen several reports of up to about a 5 magnitude earthquake off of South America. Not a big issue there, and there's no tsunami warnings that are going to be associated with that. Usually has to be a little bit higher here on the Richter scale. But check this out. If this had happened on land, this would be absolutely devastating. That one of these happening on land, close to a 9, is near total destruction. That's the verbiage here, because it's the equivalency of 1 trillion pounds of explosives. That's how much energy it is. But the rarity, regardless of being on land or coming from the ocean, and this is bottom of the ocean floor that literally the bottom of the ocean thrusts upwards. So that's the reason why you have the tsunami warnings, and you'll have the tsunami advisories going forward, just in case there is another one of a similar strength. But this is a rare event. It's 8.8, not quite 9, but this happens every 9 to 10 years, one of this strength. So a big rarity here, and that's why everyone is on guard. The Aleutian Islands here in Alaska for the rest of the work week. Same thing around Hawaii. As we mentioned, this was a tsunami warning at one point, and then also the Pacific coast here along the United States, where those waves finally just got there. Again, traveling about 500 miles per hour, so there's a good chance that you can track it because it is so far away. And of course, there's the near term, and everything is going to be spreading out in generally this way across the Pacific. Even some areas in South America could have the impacts as well, just not as high as some of the near islands of Alaska, Hawaii, and of course our Pacific coast.